This will be a short video because the story of Jabez is not about money. 20 years ago, a lot of Christians got the idea that Jabez's prayer was a kind of powerful formula. Just insert these 4 pieces into your own prayers and God will bless you. This was actually the opposite of the truth. God blessed Jabez because of his sincere prayer that offered up the unique details of his own life to God, not because he discovered a universal formula. That story coming up. Joseph Clampett here with the Stewardship.com YouTube channel, where we unpack what the Bible says about money, possessions, and wealth in 10-minute videos. Today we're talking about the Prayer of Jabez from 1 Chronicles chapter 4. Now 1 Chronicles chapter 4 is almost all genealogy. You've just got, this guy fathered that guy who was the father of some other guy and his brothers. That's what most of the chapter is about. But within that genealogy, we have just 2 verses that tell a little bit of a story about, a very short story about this guy named Jabez. Jabez was more honorable than his brothers, and his mother called his name Jabez, saying, "Because I bore him in pain." Jabez called upon the God of Israel, saying, "Oh, that you would bless me and enlarge my border, and that your hand might be with me, and that you would keep me from harm, so that it might not bring me pain." And God granted what he asked. So Jabez's name is actually an anagram for the Hebrew word for pain. That just means if you rearrange the letters or the consonants in Jabez's name, you get the Hebrew word for pain. His mom gave him that name because when she was giving birth to him, it caused her a lot of pain. But that would have been seen by Jabez and all the people around him as almost a sort of curse that happened on him from the very day he was born. Names were really significant in their culture, even more so than they are today. And a lot of people might have seen this name of, my name is pain, as being my destiny. Like there's no way to escape that. That's the path I've been set on by my parents when I was first born, and so there's no escape from it. It's almost like Jabez was set up to fail by his parents when they gave him this name. Now it's true that Jabez did ask God for a blessing, even a material blessing. He asked him to enlarge his border, basically to help him to get more land, probably, is what that meant. And that is a very material blessing. But I think the important part of it is not exactly what he asked for, but why he asked for it, and the faith with which he asked for it. He asked for those things in order to avoid the destiny that was laid out for him by his parents. And he believed that the God of Israel could take his path, his fate that was laid out for him, and actually change it in a new direction, to bless him, to keep him from pain, the meaning of his name, and instead bless him and give him a better direction in life. And I believe that's why God honored his prayer. Most of us weren't given a name like Jabez that literally means something terrible. But we've all had different disadvantages, weaknesses, struggles in our life, some of which started very early. But I think the lesson in the story of Jabez and in his prayer is that, that's not our destiny. The place where we started is not our destiny. The path that our parents or family or upbringing set us on is not our destiny. So I want to ask you, in what ways have you been set up to fail? This is not necessarily the kind of question to write in the comments section below, but it's worth pausing to think about it and even pray about it. When we sincerely bring our unique struggles to God, He hears our prayers. Take the time to reflect on your weaknesses and disadvantages. All the ways that life's kind of dealt you a bad hand. The truth is that God's power shows up most clearly in our weaknesses. And when we lay those things before Him, rather than relying on our own power, He can do more than we can ever imagine. Now, if you want to find a prayer system that can be adapted to your unique challenges and life situation, watch this next video on starting a prayer journal. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.